What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Creative. We are back at it again to do what? Go ahead, say it with me, to create something great. Now, today I'm real excited what I have planned for y'all today. We're going to be, now this is a first. Today we're going to be using C++. Shout out to you, Raj. C++ in order to create an algo strategy. So I'm just going to jump right into it. I'm going to be using Claude Code in addition to Claude Code, ChatGPT, to be able to flush out the idea. So what I'm going to say, just jump right into it. What is the difference between C++ and Python? So we can go ahead and get our explanation out the way. Excuse me. All right, so think of Python like a bicycle and C++ like a race car. Python is easy, friendly, and fast to learn. Very simple to read, looks almost like English. You don't have to worry about the small details, memory, tape, etc. Great for beginners, quick scripts, AI, data science, data. Web apps, slower than C++ because Python does more work behind the scenes. Example, hello world, this is short, very simple. C++ is fast, powerful, and more complicated. Excuse me, much faster than Python. You can control everything from memory, type, performance. Used for video games, high speed trading, engines, and robotics. Harder to learn because you must be very specific. Same example in C++. So include the IO stream using the namespace hello world. So quick reference table. Python, super easy to learn. C++, a little bit more difficult. Speed, Python slower. Again, I'm a little bit apprehensive to being able to say Python is slow, right? It's really not. Reason I want to say that is because I use Python daily to be able to trade our algo bots. All of our algo bots that we've built here are all using Python. So I'm curious to see how, C++ is going to work for this. Automatic AI, machine learning, automation, web, clean and simple, fast, and then C++, harder, very fast, manual, game, trading system, engines, detailed and strict, and slower. So the easiest thing to remember is that Python is easy to write, slower to run. Again, that slower to run thing is, I don't know, and then C++ is harder to write but runs super fast. Python is like using Lego pieces. C++ is like carving pieces yourself. So here at Creative Coder, our aim is to be able to make different AI agents, algo bots, machine learning, right? And lately I've been doing this using Python. I've only been coding since about April of this year, and I've been streaming with y'all for like a month now. So I'm still very new in this thing. And when it comes to being able to algo trade, right, I've been doing this since about July of this year. So primarily I've been focused on being able to algo trade with options. So I'm interested to see how this is going to work, being able to use C++ in lieu of Python. So what I'm going to say now is, can you explain what algo trading is? Like I'm 12. Because I got a question today. What is algorithmic trading? So let's just go ahead and break it down. So imagine you have a robot friend. This robot never gets tired. It does math super fast. It watches the stock market 24/7 and follows instructions exactly. Algorithmic trading or algo trading is when you give a bot a set of rules for buying and selling stocks. So super simple. Step one, you give the bot a rule. If the price goes up by 1%, buy. If the price goes down by 1%, sell. Step two, the robot watches the charts. It checks the prices every single second. Step three, the robot trades automatically. As soon as your rule happens, the robot clicks buy and sell instantly. It's faster than a human. Example to understand. So let's say you're playing a video game and you make a character auto shoot when you see an enemy. That's kind of cool. So everybody playing Call of Duty would be like, bro, I want this mod. Auto shoot when the enemy gets close. That's algo trading, but for money instead of enemies. You build a rule, the computer follows it. Why people use algo trading? Because robots can react faster, watch multiple stocks at once. The first time I did this, we created a QQQ and Spybot, IWM and Spy, so on and so forth. So we have a couple of multiple stocks at once, avoids emotional decisions, follows the rules with no mistakes. Humans get tired, scared, or greedy. Robots don't. So, short definition, algo trading is using a computer program to trade automatically based on rules that we create. All right, perfect. Now, can you explain what is the difference between the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ? All right. So the New York Stock Exchange, imagine a big fancy old building, the marketplace. It's like a huge building in New York where people used to shout out orders. Today they use computers, but it still feels traditional. Older, bigger, classic companies usually, excuse me, classic companies are usually listed here. We have Coca-Cola, Disney, Nike, Walmart. These are companies that have been around for a long ass time. Then we have the Nasdaq. Now, the Nasdaq is a modern digital mall. It is almost completely electronic, no big trading floor. It is mostly tech, high tech, modern companies. Tech companies like to list here. Example is going to be Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, Google. Lots of fast growing tech focused company. A super simple example. So the New York Stock Exchange is an old school exchange, traditional business, build building on Wall Street, classic and formal. NASDAQ is fully electronic, tech and growth companies, mostly online and modern and techy. Easy way to remember: the New York Stock Exchange, or NYSE, is the old fancy building where traditional big companies trade. NASDAQ is the modern tech exchange where tech companies trade. All right, perfect. Now, just one more example. Can you explain what the difference between QQQ, SPY, and IWM? And then we're really going to get into our strat. SPY is the big bucket, guys. This means you hold 500 of the largest companies in the US. So think of Apple, Amazon, Google, Walmart, JP Morgan, John Pierpont Morgan. If you ever get that Jeopardy question, what does the JP stand for? John Pierpont Morgan. SPY is the big, stable, grown up companies. It moves steady, not too wild. QQQ is the tech basket. It tracks the NASDAQ 100. This basket is mostly tech and growth companies. So think of Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Facebook, Amazon, Tesla. QQQ equals fast, techy, high growth companies. It moves faster than SPY, more ups and downs. All right, IWM is the small company basket. It tracks the Russell 2000. This basket holds the 2000 smaller companies. Think of small, mid-sized companies that you never heard of. IWM is the small companies that move a lot. Excuse me, it's the most wiggle and volatile out of the three. So ultra fast comparison. SPY 500 companies, QQQ 100 tech companies, and IWN 2000 small cap companies. Right? Let me do this one better. SPY is the adults, the big stable companies. QQQ, the cool teenagers, the fast techie companies, and IWM, the little kids, the small companies that move a lot. All right, I know I said one more, but I think it'll be prudent for us to be able to understand this. Now, can you explain what is a small cap, small, mid, and large cap companies, and give examples? All right, so cap is short for market capitalization or market cap, which means how much money, how much is a company worth in the stock market. So the price of one share times the number of shares. So think of the company's size and money. So small cap is a small company, still growing, worth about 300 million to 2 billion. If that's small, let's keep going. Higher risk but bigger growth potential. Their stocks can jump up and down a lot. Example is DraftKings, Crocs, Roku, and many of these companies are inside IWM because IWM equals small cap companies. So we have small cap companies, the companies that are worth anywhere between 300 million to 2 billion. That's still big as fuck in my book, but whatever. Higher risk but bigger growth potential. All right. Mid cap companies are these medium sized companies, more stable than small companies, but still growing, worth about 2 billion to 10 billion. Balance risk and reward. Many of them become household names. Etsy, you've been seeing a lot more commercials about them. We have Chipotle, Spirit Airlines. That's kind of, I would put Spirit. I'm not going to hold you. Hold on. Save market cap. 50 million. So and I was right. So I'll put Spirit in the small cap, not the mid cap. But hey, that's just me. Then we have Roblox. Mid cap equals the teenage companies, not great, not small, but not giants. And the large cap companies, these are the giant companies, powerful, stable, and everywhere, worth over $10 billion, move slower and smoother, known worldwide. So we have Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Coca-Cola. Walmart. The biggest ones live in SPY and QQQ. So large cap equals the adult companies, the big, strong, well-known companies. So we have our chart here. Small cap moves the most, mid cap, medium movement, and large cap moves the least. All right, so we understand small cap, mid cap, high cap. We understand the difference between QQQ and SPY and IWM. And we also understand the difference between being able to use what algorithmic trading is, right? All right, beautiful. So what I want to do now, did I talk about? Yep, we talked about Python and C++. So what I want to do now, I want to go to Trading View, and let me go pull up SPY. And when I'm looking, okay, Trading View, and this is the 1 minute chart. So what that means is that each one of these candles represents 1 minute of battle between the bulls and the bears, the buyers and the sellers. If you see a red chart, what that means is that the bears are winning. So the sellers are driving down the price. If you see a green, candle, that means the bulls are winning. They're trying to drive up the price. That's the buyers, right? So right now, I feel like I'm whatever. Right now, we're seeing that the bears are winning, but there's a bit of rejection. And you see that candle, this little line that's sticking out the top, that's a wick. That's letting me know that there's a bit of rejection going on the support levels. So let's talk about resistance and support real quick, right? So support is the lowest level that the underlying asset can be. Resistance is the highest level that the underlying asset can be. So when somebody says that they're breaking support levels, it's meaning that it's touching lower lows, right? So we usually buy at support and we sell at resistance. When it's breaking through resistance levels, it's making new highs. Got it? Beautiful. Hold on. Somebody says, all right, perfect. So what I want to do is I want to create an algorithmic strategy, right? And all of algorithm is a set of rules, right? Rules and instructions that we're going to be coding with inside C++ now. First time using C++ because usually I'm used to using Python. So that's okay. I'm cool with being able to use C++, but I want to use it and I'm going to base this off of a trading view indicator. So we talked about the candles and what they do. So what I want to do, and I'm looking at the 1 minute chart. So what that means is one of these candles represents 1 minute of action between buyers and sellers. I just want to make sure I said that. If I didn't before, I clicked on indicators. So you saw that, right? Just make sure I do it again. Click on indicators. So what I'm going to do is just put bull. So let's see which one stands out. So I want to go to community. You see this bear versus bull powered by DGT. I want to try this one out. So it just stood out. So I'm going to click on, you see where it says source code? So we're going to click on source code. Then it's going to open up this Pine script. A Pine script, I know we're talking about a lot of languages, but a Pine script is a language that TradingView likes whenever they're creating indicators, right? So bear versus bulls powered by DGT. So let's use this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it. We're going to go back to ChatGPT. Then I'm going to paste it here. Then I'm going to say, review the following indicate or Pine script from TradingView. Now we need you to explain this like I'm 12 years old and make sure you really break it down. All right, got it. So what is an indicator? This script is called the bulls versus the bears. It tries to measure who's stronger right now in the market. The bulls equals the buyers, right? Push the prices up. The bears equals the sellers. They push prices down. The whole indicator is basically asking, are buyers winning or sellers winning? And it shows, it shows that by using the bar histogram, lines, colored signals, volume info, and trend indicator. So the input at the top, the scripts let you choose settings like EMA length, how to display it, the reversal. Okay, let's get to the core of it. Bull power, how much the price moved, Bull power equals how much the price is pushed above the average. Bear power equals how much the price is pushed below the average. So this is what the script does. All right. The EMA, okay, beautiful. Simplified. If high is far above the average, it is a strong bull power. If the low is far above the average, it is a strong bear power. So to measure how much the buyers push the prices up versus how much the sellers push the prices down, then we add volume, buying volume and selling volume. This tells you who traded more aggressively today. ADX and DMI trend meter, the triangle icons. So what are we in a trend? Above 25 equals a strong trend. Below 25 equals a weak trend. Who's in control? Triangle up, buyers are winning. Triangle down, sellers are winning. The colors. All right, so what I'm going to do, all right, this script is like a scoreboard that shows us, are the buyers stronger or the sellers? Is their trend strong or weak? Is the strength rising or falling? Are the buyers or selling, trading more volume? Should we watch out for a trade signal? All right, so what I'm going to do is take this now, and then we're going to go to Claude code. But in order to do that, I need to switch over to cursor. Let me just switch over to cursor. Here we go. Now I'm in Cursor. This is my code editor of choice. Cursor is built on top of Visual Studio. So if you're used to using Visual Studios, this is Cursor. It's the same thing. All right, so I'm going to open a project. I'm going to do this in Option, baby. And what I'm going to do is put C for me. All right, create, open. I'm not using Cursor's AI. Remember, we're going to be using Claude Code. So I'm going to put pi.c. Then I need to run Claude Code. Close this out. I can close that. Now, I'm going to be using 4.5 Opus, right? Hold on. This is the model that just dropped yesterday, or the 24th, so Monday. So this model just dropped on Monday. This model supposedly, let me just bring it over here so you can see it real quick. What we're used to using is 4.5 Sonnet. I'm going to be using 4.5 Opus, right? Opus, however you pronounce it. So supposedly this model is a lot better. So let's try it out and let's see how well it's able to adapt for what we're doing here, right? So I'm going to hit enter. And I just want to preface it, right? So what I want to say is, what do you know about option algo strategies? Where's my strat? There's my strat. All right, I can share the knowledge about the common algorithmic option strategies, delta neutral gamma, market making, statistical quantitative, execution algos, Greek based, machine learning approach. I love it. We already have an approach. So now what I want to say, all right, great. Now review the following Pine script, which we are going to adapt to an option algo strategy for zero DTE options that expire the same day, for bearish and bullish signals, calls, and puts. Review, explain to us before we begin the work. Beautiful. Now, the only thing I'm going to preface is that this is my first time doing it in C++, right? So I'm interested to see how this is going to work out. I have no fucking idea, right? But this is going to be fun. This is like an elder ray indicator variant combined with the DMI and ADX designed to measure the buying versus selling pressure. The key component is the bear over the bull power calc. We talked about this already. ADX. All right, beautiful. Buy calls, buy puts, aggressive calls, aggressive puts, avoid. All right. All right. We are going to be using C++. Going to need a bit of hand holding there. And we are going to be using 1 minute time frames. Let's start with what triggers the signal for both calls and puts before we proceed. All right, now go ahead and output. Now, beautiful. Now, what I'm also going to do is create the same script in Python too. So I want to see how both of these run. All right, based on the Pine script, here's what we're going to do. This 25-minute. If that's 25-minute, then that's way too strong or way too long. So primary is the bulls crosses of above the bears. The bull buying power overtake the bear power. Confirm ADX is greater than or equal to 25. Strong trend present. Confirm 2. DI plus is greater than DI minus. Directional bias is bullish. And then confirmation 2, the BPP is greater than 0 and rising. The buying volume is greater than 50. So same thing, just opposite. Given 1 minute bars, I suggest faster the EMA length. Now I'm going to drop EMA to 5. And I'm going to drop this ADX threshold to like, I'm going to do EMA 5 and I'll do 8. All right. We are going to do EMA 5 and ADX threshold of 8. Now explain what both EMA and ADX is and how it works. Like I'm 12 using only 228 total tokens for output response before we proceed so we can ensure understanding. And the reason I'm going to cap the tokens is because JIT can go crazy with the amount of tokens that it out. Oh, look at that. You listen to me. EMA is the exponential moving average. Imagine tracking your test scores. EMA is like the average score that cares more about the recent test than old ones. If you had a 90 today, that matters more than a 70 last month. It shows where the prices has been hanging out lately. So the EMA 5 is the average of the last 5 candles or the average of the last 5 minutes. It's weighted towards the newest. ADX is the average directional index. So think of this like a tug of war between the bulls and the bears. ADX measures how hard they're pulling and not who's winning, just the intensity. So the ADX of 8 plus is real fighting happening, trend exists. ADX is less than 8, nobody's trying, choppy, avoid. Together, EMA tells where the price wants to go. ADX tells us if the move is real. Clear to proceed. All right. We're clear to proceed. Now let's lay out the entry before we proceed. Beautiful. So let's let that output. Right. Sorry, I was trying to do two things at once. All right, entry. Bull crosses over the bear. Primary trigger, the trend confirmation, the direction confirmation, all must be true to buy a call. A put, I guess the opposite, all must be true to buy a put. Parameters, EMA 5. Oh, ADX 14 is kind of long. That's kind of long. All right, the ADX of 14 periods is a bit too long. We are thinking to dropping it to 3, 5, or 8. Let's discuss quickly. Same guidelines. All right, yeah, because that 21 is a bit too long, fam. Not going to hold you. All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Just give me 2 seconds. All right. Ultra fast reacts in 3 bars. Noisy, many false signals. Fast catches moves early. Some noise. Balance. Slight lag. Filters out. Fake better. Recommendation is. All right. So I'm going to do. Okay. We are going to start with ADX equals 5. Now lay it out again before we continue with the next building blocks. Can I spell blocks? There we go. All right, what I'm going to do is just copy this real quick because I know this can trip. But this is super big. I'm not going to hold you. All right, perfect. All right, let me come back here. All right. Now let's proceed. Session is going to be from 9:32 to 11:28 a.m. Asset is SPY. Only one trade per day. Starting balance is going, and this is the rules, right? When I'm talking about what is an algorithm, this is the rules. We're just laying around the rules right now. Starting balance is going to be $100. If the balance is greater than, wait, I'm sorry. If the balance is less than $4.99, can use up to 88% of portfolio balance. If between 500 and 1K, can use up to 44% of portfolio balance. If greater than 1K, can use 20%. Can use up to 20%. 20, come on, 20% of portfolio balance. What else do I want? Minimum delta 0.12, max 0.44, premium min 0.05, premium max 0.8. That's kind of high, but I'll just take that right now. Let me do 6, and then what else? Oh, take profit. Now, the way take profit is going to work. We are going to exit whichever happens first. Full exit, not scaling out. Full exit. Whoa. We are aiming for the higher one, but we'll exit on whichever condition happens first. Now TP1 is going to be 28.3%. TP2, when I say TP, take profit. TP2 is going to be 21.8%. TP3 is going to be 15.2. These are arbitrary numbers, right? So they don't mean anything. These are just numbers that I just came up with on the spot. Stop loss is going to be 14.99%. And stop loss is basically saying that, hey, if the account goes from, we're starting at $100, right? Oh, this is not financial advice. If you do seek financial advice, please make sure you talk to a financial advisor, anybody that is licensed, in order to assist you with your investment questions. Beautiful. And the reason we're starting with $100 is because I want to be able to dispel the notion that you need thousands of dollars in order to algo trade or trade options, period. So we're starting at $100, but we're being very poignant on how we're doing it here. So if you do have any questions, please let me know. I'm going to continue. So what a stop loss is. It's telling the algorithm that, hey, if you get to negative 15% or 14.99%, get out of the position. Don't wait for it to reverse, right? So we're not going to be hopeful. Max hold time, hopeful that we're going to hit a profit, but not hopeful if it's already going against us. Max hold time of 4 minutes. So we're only going to hold the position for 4 minutes maximum. If it doesn't move in our way, get out. All right, what else? All right, now let's discuss this with these building blocks. Beautiful. And if y'all do have any questions, please let me know as we're going through this. I'm like super geeked about this because, again, first time I'm doing C++. So window is going to be from 9:32 to 11:28. Asset is going to be SPY, one trade per day. The position sizing, contract filtering, exit logic. So questions, you listed TP1 highest. We aim for the 28.3, but exit whichever one hits first. Yes, that is correct. 1, 2. Or did you mean? No. Same. Just exit whichever ever hits first. At 4 minutes, exit at market regardless of P&L. Yes. 3. Yes, that is true. Now we are going to show you a reference backtest, but this is using Python, right? We're going to be using C++ here. Before, we want you to see how we have created the backtest using Python, but this is a custom built one for option backtesting, right? So review it, get your context, then let's discuss how to build it for our strat we're doing here. All right, let me go grab that backtest. So I just want to get your attention. All right, let me close that up. You don't need that. Close QQ. And this is from earlier when I was paper trading. I was paper trading on Twitch. So if you want to go check that out, you definitely can. And I'm going to be paper trading here with y'all tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so there's no paper trading. Maybe I'll just go live to create something. I don't know. What am I looking for? I need a back test for SPY. That's penny for you, isn't it? Yep. And I like this one anyway. SPY. This is SPY. Beautiful. So I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to go back to where we're working here. I'm going to paste it. Then what I'm going to do is copy the path. I just right-clicked, right? Right-click, copy the path. All right. Here is the reference. Now let's discuss. Beautiful. All right, here we go. It read the reference backtest. Now it's going to be like, all right, bet Gucci, I got you. I should have gave it a, all right, perfect. The Python backtest is well referenced. This is a well-structured 0DTE backtester. Here's the architecture: data loading, signal, operation, position, exit, metrics. RC++. Beautiful, beautiful. 4, 5. Okay. What will adapt to C++? The data structure for open, high, low, close, the indicator, the signal, position management, backtesting loop, and then the metrics. Are you ready to build out this backtest for this strat? Advise via TLDR before we proceed. What should I call this? Bully? Nah, that's lame. I was gonna say some shit like "Who run this?" That's like super lame. Let me drive the boat. All right, I'm just gonna call it that. Driving the boat. All right, bet. Let's proceed. Let's call the back test. Let me hold on. Let me drive the boat. All right, bet. My fault. All right, let's proceed. Let's call the back test. Let me drive bt.py. Starting with 2024. Let's proceed coding this in C++. Make sure to have explanation doc strings of what is going on. Again, first time using C++ in this manner. All right, while that's doing, let's go ahead and get organized real quick. What I'm going to say is create a backtest results folder. Within that folder, create 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024. And within those folders, create V1 baseline. Beautiful. And that should like be right here. I want to open you up. Beautiful. We got our back test. All right. This is when we get our back test. Beautiful. You're awesome. Oh, let me go ahead and do this. Create a new file. What is this? let me drive back test journal.md. So we can keep that. All right. Well, here we go. We are we're creating our back test. I kind of want to create one for Python as well. I'm not going to hold you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have our little AI assistant over here created for Python. I'm going to keep this one focused on C++. Holy shit. What did you just do? HPP. What is this? A technical indicator for the Bulls versus Bears operation strategy. This file contains all the technical indicators calculation needed for the let me drive backtest strategies. This indicator helps us determine when wait. Are you creating multiple files for this? Or can we just do it in one file like we showed you for the previous backtest? Good catch. Let me consolidate everything into a single file like the Python backtest. I'll delete the separate header and create one complete let me drive CP. Okay, hold on. I thought C++ was, I'm not going to hold y'all. Hold on. Can you explain if this is C++, or if not, what language is this? All right, this is fucking too big for me. I'm not gonna hold you. Is a C++ file? Here's how you can tell. The .cpp, the files that end in .cpp are most always C++ source code, just like this is Python, this is JavaScript, this is Java, and this is HTML. What usually goes inside a .cpp file? A C++ file also, often contains things like the iStream. Okay. So if you see a .cpp, you can confidently assume it is a C++ file. All right, I just wanted to make sure because I was a bit confused. Fam. I just wanted to make sure that it was a C++ file because, again, this is my first time doing it with C++. So I want to make sure that I'm not leading you all astray. If you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. My name is Creative. As I'm waiting for this to output here, I guess I do have some time. I've been coding since about April of this year, but when I started coding, I was more so into like AI agents, being able to create different type of RAG agents, right? Machine learning, and I learned how to code with Python because I was like, all right, I'm just gonna create AI agents all day. But what wasn't until like a little bit later on in my process, I found algo trading, and that's when things really exploded, right? Because I was able to marry something that I already knew, which was trading, with something I am learning now, which is coding, and I want to be able to bring y'all along in my process. So I've been streaming this for like the past 3-5 weeks now. So I'm not going to hold you. There's going to be some things I can do better. There's going to be some things that I'm still learning on how to do this well. But okay, I can stop talking. Here it is. Synthesizing. Hold on, let me just make sure it's done. Let's make sure it's finished before I run it. Let's go look at this real quick because this is going to be interesting. This backtest implements the bull versus bear power strategy for 0 DTE options. We buy calls when the bulls take control and puts when the bears take control. The logic, indicators explain the bulls versus bears, the target rules. All right, the configuration constraints. So it's just like, this is Python and this is C++. So let's look at it real quick. So the Python, same. You have your libraries up front. Then you have your configs, where you're getting your file from. So it's pretty much the same. So it reads what it's doing, right? C++ is a little bit more coding language, right? So I can infer, that's why I made the doc strips here of what's going on and what it's doing. You have your data loading, your data structures. Brief, only open, high, low, close one candle at a time. Brief, okay. Interesting. While I'm doing that, what is the command to run the back test? Super. All right, I'm done looking. I want to run this now. Okay. Do you need the CSV files? Do you want me to create a converter script for your park? No. Wait. Why do we need to do that? Do that? Is the backtest not ready to go? Can C++ not read Parquet files? This is a first. I'm not going to hold you. This is a first. Um, C++ doesn't have a built-in Parquet support like Python or Pandas. You need an external library to read the Parquet files. Option, Arrow C++, an official Parquet reader, complex setup, quick workaround, convert, no. Rewrite in Python, no. Create a small Python script to convert the, no. I want to do it this way. All right. What we want to do is the official reader way. Now, let's update the code such that this works. This is after you run a series of terminal commands to confirm it working. Then let's proceed. This is good. So I didn't know. Oh, shit. You know what I should have done? Let me bring in my cond environment. Here is the cond environment. Now, this is mainly Python libs, but we can add the C++ ones that we need as well. Make sure to maintain the order in the cond library. All right, cond environment. So let's let that run. So what we're going to allow it to do right now is check out the cond environment. I'm pretty sure maybe it has it in there. I think it, but it's Python libraries. These are Python, not C++. Search for, see, there's no C++ libraries in there. I just told you. So we're going to have to be able to, we're going to need to make that for this particular strat. And this is fun. This is part of the process. I'm not going to hold you. I'm okay with doing this. If y'all have any questions while we're working through this, go ahead and let me know. But for right now, what it's doing, it's, let me take, so source, this is the cond environment. It's searching through the cond environment for the C++. Oh, you have it. I didn't expect you to have it. Oh, so it's installing it. I thought so. So it's installing the libraries needed in order to run C++. And I thought it was going to do that because, again, normally I use Python. All right, beautiful. You know what I also need to do when it's ready to update code? All right, Gucci. Now, come on. And I thought it was going to do that. I don't know why it's going to take 5 minutes to download a library. I'm not going to hold you. That's suspicious. That is suspicious. All right, here we go. Here we go. Now, verify has been installed. All right, Gucci. Now get the prefix. The prefix was right, bro. I get that to you before. Stop being a lame ass. Okay, arrow parquet. Beautiful. Okay, C++ is installed. Now let me update the backtest code to use the arrow/parquet. I love this. All right, then we're about to run. You know what? I need to go get our condo library. Make sure I'm activated over here. Beautiful. Now I'm active. I'm active. How do you know I'm active? Let me make sure. Let me get my libraries I need to install. Beautiful. Libraries are installed. Now I'm active. Now we're having Claude Code update our, oh, you know what I'm supposed to keep track of? Because Opus use a lot of fucking tokens compared to Sonnet. So I want to be able to keep an eye out on it. It only used 6%. So that's fine. But I still want to keep an eye out on it, on what it's doing. So I'm waiting for Claude to be able to update our backtest code. And once it's updated, we're going to run it. And this will be a first here, folks, where I'm running a backtest on C++. So I'm interested to see how that's going to pan out for us. Interested to see how that's, you know what I'm going to do? And while you're tripping, now review the following backtest so you can get reference on how we develop custom backtest for backtesting option strats. Hey, do you have specs on spec sheets showing on what you've built? Yeah. Here it is. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This is everything. Shit, I don't want to close that out. But this is everything that I've built so far. How can I get this? But can you see this? Is this better? Yeah, I do. Showing now. Okay. If you can't see this, I can make this bigger, but it should be good. But this is everything that we've built so far. So we have a fade bear. This trade spy. This is a almost, I want to say mean. It is a mean reversion. So when I say that fade reversal, you'll see it there. We have a mini bear. This is a spy. This is a breakout strategy. Momo. This is QQQ. It's a 3-minute breakout strategy. Lotto, spy, VIX adaptive, sniper, QQQ, 5-minute breakout. Bel Air, spy, 2-minute momentum strategy. Spy, star baby, excuse me, it trades spy. This is a star pattern. So this uses the star pattern. Remember the falling star, rising star? So that's what this bot uses. We have penny for you. It trades spy. Whoa. 3-bar breakout, second chance, QQQ, 5 SMA in the momentum, easy reader, QQQ, EMA 3 plus RSI 3, twinning, spy, tweezer reversal, range baby, QQQ, squeeze breakout, high frequency trading baby, QQQ, EMA 2-3 plus VWAP. We have something trendy, spy, EMA 3 over EMA 5 trend. Then we have 3 of them. QQQ, so the 3 methods, whammy baby, excuse me. This is a spy and WMA speed run. Dooney IWM, this is the Russell 2000, first Russell 2000 bot that I ever created. EMA plus breakout or BB breakout, Bollinger Band breakout, flip side. If you ever watch Batman, Two-Face, this is what the Two-Face is based off this right here. This is IWM and spy. And then we have True Lies, which I just built yesterday. This is spy and QQQ, a 3 indicator confluence. So yeah, I do have it. Is that what you're looking for? Is this future market or ETFs? And which platform do you get your data? I get my data from Theta Data. Before, I used to get it from Polygon. Polygon is now massive. Polygon doesn't have tick by tick data, so that's why I don't use Polygon anymore. But I get my option data from Theta Data. I am not sponsored by them, so no. I wish they would sponsor me because the shit is not. It's only $80, whatever. But I get it from Theta Data. I get my option data from Theta Data, and then I get the stock data from Alpaca. If you open up an account there, you get it for free. Yes, you get tick by tick data with Theta Data. So that's why I use Theta Data and moved away from Polygon, which is now massive. Polygon used to be super simple, super upfront. amazing when it comes to the option data that it provided, but it wasn't tick by tick, right? So that's why I went over to theta data. Does that make sense? All right, let me check to see if you're good. Wait, what are you doing here? Source option. Are you running the backtest? Compile C++ backtest with arrow. Now let me compile and test. No, that's not your job. Wait, let me make sure. Because you're not supposed to be running said backtest. I'm going to run the backtest. So I'm glad you ran into this. How does your backend process and reduce the noise? That's where the indicators come into play. Hold on. The indicators allow us to be able to confirm the move, right? So for this particular strategy, it's going to be kind of hard to hold on. For this strategy, how we filter out the noise here. Hold on. This is spazzing. What are you doing? Oh, it's running the backtest. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. The architect mismatch. Your Conda has x86.6 arrow, but your Mac is AMR 64. Let me reinstall arrow with the correct. Okay, install arrow. I'm sorry, give me a second. Okay, now install arrow. I'm gonna get to your question, Alex. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure this is good. All right. Let me just get to your question real quick while that's doing it. So how do we filter out the noise, right? So all of our strategies have confirmation, right? Whether the confirmation be another filter, whether the confirmation be a price movement, whether the confirmation be volume, right? So that's how we filter out the noise when it comes to the tick by tick data. The reason I like to use that 1 minute data is because number one, it's the most granular. Number two, it allows us to be able to see real-time action. I don't like to use sub-minute as much because it really doesn't, it's too much noise. Whereas the 1 minute, I'm finding a nice balance. So with this particular strategy right here, the way it's filtering out the noise, it's using the ADX, right? And it's also trying to determine which direction is this going in. And the way that I got this strategy is I took it from TradingView. I don't know. Did you see that part already? How we took the strategy from TradingView? Verify. This is kind of annoying. I'm not going to hold you. If this gets a little bit too cumbersome, I'm just going to run this in Python. Because I know Python. C++, this is a first. Okay. Great. It compiled successfully. Now let me run it. Okay. Now I'm going to grab that. You don't need it. I'm going to run the back test. Okay, so I got the indicator from TradingView, and then I built it out with ChatGPT and Claude Code to be able to get it to, okay, what the hell? Okay, I have my option, baby. So I'm in the Conda environment. What is, again, this is my first time running it with C++. So I would have a little bit more answers here. Are your strategies long-term or high-frequency trading? A little bit of both. I've been seeing a little bit. I haven't created a long-term one yet where it's like trading outside of a day. Usually our strategies are like the highest hold time I think I have is like 8 minutes, but I'm even going to drop down to like 5 or 4 minutes, right? And you'll see once I get the backtest running is that if the strategy is going to move and make money, then it's going to do that within the first 4 minutes. Like going past 15 minutes, I think is a little bit too long, especially for options that expire the same day. So we're doing 0 DTE options. So it really isn't long term. We're looking for the move. If we find the move, we get in and we get the hell back out. Review and let's fix the issue. So that's why, but I don't want to, I say that to say, I'm also going to create another one that is a little bit longer, but I just haven't gotten to that yet. Yes, of course. Yeah. You didn't see what I was doing before? This is the rules, right? The position sizing, that's very particular, right? The delta sizing, how we exit, I'm only holding it for 4 minutes maximum. So yes, these are extremely defined rules. And how did I get these rules, right? These TP levels, I kind of almost use them for almost every strategy. Stop loss is based on the particular strategy itself. And then the max hold time is also based on the particular strategy itself. So yes, we do define rules for the strategies because I want to be in and out. And you're going to see the results. What if I can get this back test to run? Reinstall. The mix arch. Okay. This is quite annoying. I think I just need to take this and go learn how to do it with C++ on my own and just run Python right now. I'm going to give it one more shot. And if it doesn't work, I'm just going to make this Python. The following package will be superseded by the higher priority channel. Let's verify the... This is my first time watching your videos, which a friend of mine recommended. Yeah, again, I would definitely tell you just to stick around. I do stuff like this on a lot, right? So I want to be able to continue to be able to bring a lot more people with. Okay, well, what the hell is going on? Excuse me, hold on. Usually I'm a lot better. It's my first time working with C++. Holy shit. You know what? I'm done. I'm not doing this no more. All right. This was fun. I'm going to figure out C++ on the back end. Right now, I'm not going to waste y'all time. Let's create the Python version. C++ is becoming a bit too much now. Let's create the Python version of this backtest. I'm working on my own algo bot, but it's in the future market. If you would like, I would love to collaborate. Yeah, definitely. I'm always interested. But again, futures are a lot different than what I'm doing here. I'm doing ETFs. Reason I'm doing ETFs is because it's a lot more liquid, right? We can get in and out of the position without having to worry about, okay, am I going to hold on to this? So yeah, no, definitely. Like I said, I would say if you're not following us already, follow us. If you do have any other questions, let me know. I don't claim to be an expert. I don't claim to be one that is a guru in all this. What I do claim to do is be consistent, right? And to be able to like show you all my process. And it's not to say that this is the best process, but it is to say that like we are trying new things that works well, right? And I wish I could show you. Let me show you a back. Wait, don't run. Let me show you a back test for another one of our strategies. Okay, let me show you this one. This is our penny for you strategy. This is a back test. Let me talk about the strat real quick. Well, give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. All right, perfect. So what I'm going to do here is just run this back test. I'm not an expert as well, but the power of two is more than one. We can have the same goal. Oh, definitely. All right, let me run this back test. This is penny for you. Oh, yeah, right. Let me just get the... All right, beautiful. This trade SPY 0 DTE on the flag and pennant backtest using the weighted strike system. So let me run this real quick so you can see. Like I'm not bullshitting. Hold on. Python, beautiful. All right, perfect. We're running our backtest in 2024. Remember what a backtest is. A backtest is being able to throw your strategy in a time machine in 2024 and seeing how well it does in the past. If it does well in the past, then there's a high likelihood that it will do well in the future. Oh shit, the backtest just finished here. What should I do? All right, I'm gonna stop this. I know I said I was gonna run it, but I have our backtest done here. All right, let me just run it. Perfect. So how much easier that was? Strategy, EMA 5, ADX 5, ADX threshold 8, session, period, premium, TP levels. You saw how much easier this was, man. I'm not going to hold you. I really expected C++ to be a lot. I got to figure that out. What am I doing wrong? Okay, so this strategy is running a little bit different. Usually I have it where it's a lot more. So you see here, we have our balances here. It went from $100. Now we're down to 28, 17, 15. Okay, the count blew up. That's okay. We went from $100 to 17. We lost $92. So there's something wrong. First, I got to see what the hell is going on. Review, and let's discuss. Also, see and how it displays the details tick by tick for what for when we're in position. Let's update the back test for this once we've reviewed these results. Oh, look, hold on. Don't go. Let me just show you this back test real quick. Let me run an actual back test so you can see like how one is actually working and moving. But let me actually run this back test. I should have just ran this one before. So this is penny for you, and let me show you how one is supposed to look versus that one we had over there. So it's going to take like maybe 2 seconds for it to run. And then once we have our back test ran, I will get this running. Now it's loading 97,000 data points, 10 million rows of data, right? And then it is 2 seconds away from running. All right, come on. Here we go. So you see the back test, right? So you see how it looks. I'm in a position I can actually see, all right, what was the worst? When did it peak? Right? So you see our position is actually, it starts at $100. So let's see where it goes. That's fine. We just, we're at 134, 145, 186, so on and so forth. So let's just see where this strategy goes while I'm waiting on the other back test to be fixed, right? And this is a completely different strategy that I've built maybe like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. But I still keep the back test because I mean, you still need them when you're like actually running the bots live. And this bot is running live. Right now it is at $800, $900, $860. So it's oscillating between like it just crossed $1,000. It's in March, and the strategy went from $100 to $1,000. Right? Keep that in mind. It's in March now. We just crossed over to April. So strategy is running. We're at 1,200 right now. So what I want to do, I'm going to keep this going, right? But I want to go check on our other back test that I'm like actually building with y'all. Okay. The strategy is bleeding out too fast. 2 wins, 14 losses. The account blown in 16 days. The time exits are losers. No profits in 14 minutes. The time, okay, hits 14. It's too tight. Too short. The price haven't moved enough. The triggers. Your reference backtest has smarter option tracking. Okay. First, let's fix so we can get the better tracking. Then let's discuss what triggers these signals before we update any of the parms. All right. Oh, it's at 2,000. Look at that. I should have let you watch this. But the strategy is at 2,500 right now. Again, it started at 100 and it's at 2,500. This is just one of our bots. 2,600, 27. All right. So I'm going to let this go, but I still have to finish out the other back test, right? Like, I don't want to waste your time. Yes. What I want to do is just do that one too. Let me update the loop to use the new position method. I love it. Let's update the backtest loop. All right, beautiful. While that's completing, let's go look at our backtest. $5,000. That's crazy, isn't it? And again, the strategy went from $100 just us at $6,000. That's oscillating between $5,000 and $6,000. It's in September. That's not bad. Somebody gave you this algorithm. Would you be happy? Would you be happy if somebody gave you this algorithm? All they say, you just got to load it up with $100. You load it up with $100, and it's going to take care of itself. It's at 7K. It's not even the highest. I was trying to be modest. All right, fixed. The peak ROI data will tells us if the trade is getting closer but not hitting them, whether run it and share the results so we can, okay. Let me just go ahead and delete this because I'm just going to run the same backtest over again. And we're going to gauge the results. Bro, I really wanted to use C++. Like, I really wanted to use C++, but it's just not working. All right, let's look at our backtest. Where are we at? It's at 12,000, fam. What month? 13, 14. We're in December, so it's about to finish out. So let's look at this backtest real quick. This is for a penny for you. This is another one of our bots that is running. I'm currently in paper testing. 186 trades. It was able to take $100 and turn it into $16,390.92. Key factors to look at, right? Your Sharp ratio is 0.5, right? Max drawdown is 28. So what is the max drawdown telling you? At one point in time, the strategy went from $100 to 62, but then it bounced back to 16,000. That's not bad. Excuse me. Win rate is 71%, so really above a coin flip. 7 out of every 10 were winning. Best trade was 1,500. Worst trade was 450, let's say. Even if I were to double that, the best trade still engulfs it, which I love to see. The average hold time was 3 minutes. The average return is 13%. The profit factor is 394. So what that tells me is that for every $1 we're losing, we're making almost $4, right? So we get that. All right, beautiful. Let's come back to this back test. Let's actually run it. So we get it, right? So we see how the back test is supposed to look. Let's see if this one tightens up and gets a lot better. Now we're running our back test on our strategy. This is the bull versus bear strategy. And this is an indicator that we took from TradingView, and we're building out a strategy for this. And we're going to see how it goes. We're back testing it on, oh shit, you're still doing the same thing. It still looks horrible, fam. I can't see what's going on. It looks like we're just, the count is, oh, hold on. No, the count is going to blow up. Yeah, didn't I tell you? All right. Here is the trades review, and let's discuss. I'm not going to hold you. The account did blow up. All right, come on. I have a couple of ideas. 10 out of 16 never went positive. The signal direction is wrong. Trade 4, 7, 14, 15 had a peak between 1 and 14, but didn't hit the take profit of 12. Both TP3 levels in 1 to 3 minutes, excuse me, with 17 to 20% peaks. Most entries between 932 and 940. Market open volatility. The problem is the bull bear crossover is triggering on noise, not real momentum. Looking at the trades, the peak ROI percentage is 0. The price never went above the entry. The signal direction was wrong. 6 stop loss is hit. The 0% peak entered 0. Okay. The signal issue, the ADX threshold is too low. It's catching choppy moves, not trend. No momentum confirmation. The crossover happens, but the price doesn't follow. The early session entries is noise. All right. The current bar. No. We want to try and add a momentum filter that can be toggled on and off. Also, let me just do the momentum filter right now. Let me just do the momentum filter because I'm thinking about doing a couple other things, but and let's go to SL of 16.99 and keep everything else the same. All right. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to add a momentum filter. In addition to being able to add a momentum filter, I'm going to widen the stop loss, not tighten it, widen it by 2 percentage points and see our results. So what I'm going to do, let's get organized. Shit. I thought I was going to have you do it. Let's move 2024 baseline into its folder. Okay. Call requires the current is greater than the previous. Lower. All right, beautiful. You're awesome. All right, let's run this with our momentum filter on and let's see how well it performs. Right now, I'm thinking there's a few things that we can do in order to try and make this salvageable. But if it's not, I'm going to try one more thing. And if it doesn't work, I'm just going to scrap this idea and then go to another one, because sometimes not everyone works, right? And I'm showing y'all like real stuff, right? This isn't okay. Beautiful. Okay, we're catching a little bit more better plays now. That momentum filter helped. The momentum filter helped out a bit. I wish this was better so you can really see it. The momentum filter really did help us. I'm not going to hold you, but it's struggling to be able to make it past. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. It's like it's trying to find it found its bottom. Now like make some money, bro. It's at 125. That's the peak I seen it right now. Then it gives back too much money. All right, so what I'm noticing, the momentum filter worked. The momentum filter is helping, but we're still giving back way too much money. All right, so there's something we can build on here. I'm not going to hold you. Maybe if we were to make the, I don't know, let me just let this run before I let these ideas flow. Like y'all can see, like we're barely catching these things. Barely catching them, fam. I don't know, man. I'm not liking this too much. You know, the account has it blown up, but it might as well. I don't know. This is too many loss for my books. Too many losses. Too many. Okay, see the count blew up, but 36% win rate. The momentum filter did help. I'm not going to hold you. But there's a lot more. There's a lot better things that we can do. So what I'm going to do, let's go back to Claude Code. Our review using grep and awk terminal commands. Then let's discuss results. Let's discuss their results. All right, so time stop is still a big factor. We're losing $293 there. TP TP3 1811 2 stop loss. So time stop is a big factor. The amount of time that we're holding the trade for, we're only giving the trade 4 minutes to develop. But again, I've seen it where it worked. Maybe we need to give it a little bit more time. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, what I do know is to do that. All right. No momentum filter. With the momentum filter, momentum filter helped, but the win rate jumped from 12 to 37%, but we're still losing money. Key finding is the calls are losing, puts are winning. Calls, puts, the time stop is the biggest killer. 87 trades. I talked about that already. The problem is that TP 15.2 is too high for a 4-minute hold. Many trades get close, but then reverse. What do I want to try? What do I want to try? I don't want to try this trailing stop. What do I want to try? Let me lower the TP aggressively. All right. Let's try the following TP levels. So I'm going to do TP1 instead of, so it's right here. This is what I'm adjusting real quick. TP1 of 18, no, 21.8, TP2, 16.5, TP3, 11.8, and max hold time of 4.44 minutes. Keep everything else the same, and let's update this. Boom. New take profit. We extended the hold time. Okay, beautiful. This is V2 Momo filter 2024. Let's create folder, then move it. Excuse me. All right, what I'm going to do is copy, clear, run it. You're awesome. Now, while we are running the back test, update the journal with what we learned so far. And it's going to compact, but I just wanted to compact now. So go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to run you. All right, running our back test. This is version 3. What we've done is we've lowered the take profit levels. And then I've also increased the maximum hold time. So I give them 40 more seconds. Because I am of the mindset that you don't need that long. You're either gonna make money or you're not, right? There's no in between. So let's see what it does. So as you can see, the balance is right here in the middle. So if you do have any questions, the balance is right there. All right. Let's see right now. I don't know, man. I think there's another problem with this. Because, like, yo, you know what I think it is? All right, I'm gonna wait. Just looking at the contracts, most of them are in the 50s, 60s. What if I were to lower that a bit more? Interesting. Did you update my journal? You're still updating the journal. Excuse me. I mean, this is like barely. Yeah, nah, man. This is not good, fam. Not good at all. I mean, the time stops damn near lessen, right? The TPs were work. Okay, let me do this. Review and let's discuss. Review trades using grep and awk before we continue with the optimization. I think I'm just going to go back to our regular take profit levels. What I want to play around with is over here, how we're selecting the options, right? I think that is a bigger tell than being able to. All right, stop spazzing. I really think that's going to be a bigger tell. And if y'all do have any questions on what we're doing, how we're doing it, why we're doing it that way, please let me know. The column indices are off. Let me check the actual. Okay. Goodness gracious. When I say stop spazzing, bro, please. With everything in ya, I think my ideas are going to work a little bit better than what it's doing right now. All right. Okay, key findings. The calls are killing the strategy, 23% win rate. The time stop peak was only 11.5. Lowering the TP didn't help because the trades weren't even reaching. Puts are profitable. Consider no. Or adding stricter no. First, update with what we learned so far based on these results before we proceed with updating the parms. I have ideas, and I think these ideas are going to be a lot better than just, oh, let me just remove the puts. Nah, I think it's being lazy as shit. Oh, hold on, hold on. Where you at? Okay. All right. My idea, I'm going to go back to the original take profit. So I'm going to go back to those levels, but I'm just going to play around with the way which we select the options. All right. Let's go back to original TP levels. Then we want to update the delta min to 0.10 and max to 0. Oh, keep the max the same. Keep it at the same level. Then the premium max is going to be 0.4. I'm going to cut all that, about to almost take 20% off of it. What else? Oh. And then we're going to drop the ADX threshold to now I want to keep that. I want to keep the ADX threshold. And keep everything else the same. All right, so you should see these TP levels updated. Go back to what it was. And then this is going to be updated right here. These items. Beautiful. 40, 28.15. Perfect, 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 perfect. Awesome sauce. What I want to do is cancel Python. If I can spell Python right. Python. Boom. This is not even like outputting the fucking part. Man, I'm gonna get back to this. Cause you're supposed to be doing something different that you're not even listening to me. All right, we're running our version 4 of the back test. This version is we made the selection of the options just a little bit tighter. And I moved back to the original take profit levels, and I'm keeping the stop loss the same. So let's gauge how well this does while we're working. All right, beautiful. So what I want to look at is right. Okay, come on. It's like for every 2 wins, we're going to take a loss. Come on, baby. Like my take profit levels are already super aggressive, bro. You know what I think it is? Let me see if you survive. It's like a slow death, bro. I'm paused. I don't mean to say that. I'm sorry. Let me try my other idea out because I'm not liking the way that's going. So my other idea is to lower this particular threshold right here and make it a little bit more aggressive. Also, we want to lower the ADX threshold from 8.0 to 5.0 and EMA period to 4 and keep everything and drop TP2 from 21.8 to shit, no, bro. I just keep that the same. Keep everything else the same. Up the max hold time to 5 minutes. All right. All right, fam. Here we go. Max hold time 5 minutes. ADX threshold. Perfect. Now let's run our back test. Let's run. I want to call this 4.5. Let's go ahead and run version 4.5 of our back test. What we've done, we made the EMA period a little bit faster, ADX period a lot faster, and then we kept everything else the same. So now let's run it and let's see how well we perform. Let's see how well we perform. All right, come on. Huh. I don't know. We're still missing something, y'all. I'm still missing something. Wait. I have questions that need answers. What is the max contracts that are in the strategy? Also, what triggers the bull and bear signal? What is the periods used? Also, okay, that's where I'm at. Those are my questions right now because I think I just noticed something. I'm going to do this one more time, and then if this one doesn't pan out, I'm just going to change and go to another strategy. No max contracts determined by position sizing. Trigger bull crosses above the bear plus ADX equals 5 plus the directional indicator is less than. This is not. All right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to dump this. I'm just going to go to another one. So we're going to trash this strategy and we're just going to go to another one. That's fine. I'm going to go to indicators. I'm going to hit fast. And then let's look for one that makes sense. I'm just going to go to the middle of the page. Let's start looking. No. Micro fast trend line. And sometimes this works out, right? Sometimes we're going to have strategies that work out. Other times we just need to know when to stop and stop trying to fit a peg into a square hole. Do a fast EMA group. This is interesting. Fast VWAP, trend squeeze. No. I already have. I'm trying to see because there was one that did Mo RSI fast buy. Okay, let's look at this one. Thank you. This is a lot simpler. A lot simpler. All right. Hold on. My fault. Come here. We're going to scrap this strat and start over. Review the following, and this is going to be our base. Explain to us like we're 12 before creating the backtest. So same thing that I did before. I'm just taking it from trading view, and I'm looking at what's going on. Um, what it does, it detects panic selling to catch a quick reversal, an RSI 15. How overbought or oversold is the price? The scale is 1 to 0. The low overbought, people are selling too much. High overbought, people are buying too much. ATR 15. How crazy is the market moving right now? Measures volatility. Big swings equals high ATR. The secret sauce is the ATR RSI equals mom. ATR slash RSI divides the volatility by the RSI, then takes the momentum and then changes over 10 bars. When ATR spikes and RSI drops, this is value goes up, panic selling. When ATR spikes and RSI drops, this value goes down, panic buying. So signal logic, when everybody is panics and sells, the RSI drops, volatility spikes, and then the RSI. Okay. All right. Before, how can we adapt to 0 DTE for SPY to buy calls or puts? What's going on, Mike? Alex was here, but then he stepped out. Hope everything's going well with you today. All right. Buy calls, panic selling, bounces up, buy puts, time frame. The original use is daily for 0 DTE. We need 1 minute bars, so the pairs need to be adjusted. I want to do no, let's try a faster RSI. Let's do. All right, good deal. If you do have any questions, my man, just let me know. I am switching up things a bit here. We went from one strategy to a next, but I am excited to see how this one is going to work out. I did pull it from Trading View. So y'all saw how I did it. Just in case you didn't, I went to indicators, and then we found this strategy. I copied it, and then what I did is I'm having Claude Code explain it to us, and now we're going to build out the strategy. All right, Gucci. Let's try to do a faster RSI. Let's do RSI 8. No, RSI 3 to start, and ATR 3, and mom maybe of 3 or 5. 2, same as before. Same. 3, same as before. Same as before. We're just switching out the base on how the signal is triggered. All right, perfect. All right, so here's the new strategy. Mom RSI 3 3 3. Start with 3, then we could try 5. Threshold. We'll likely need tuning. I'm gonna drop that. Call, put, panic. Okay. Let's drop the threshold from 0.08 to what are y'all thinking? I'm thinking something a lot more aggressive, like maybe 0.0 and just 44 to be a bit more aggressive so we can gauge results. Makes sense before we start. Makes sense. A lower threshold, more signals, more data to analyze. Let's update the threshold. Now we can always tighten it back if we're getting too many signals. Better to start aggressive and filter down than miss signals. All right, Gucci. Let's call this strategy. What are we going to call this strategy? It takes two. It takes two bt.py, and let's proceed to build this out. Ah, holy shit. Did I do something wrong? No, you're Gucci. All right. What I'm going to do is I have to move you into there. And then I have to rename you. What is this? Let me drive. Do this again. All right. Let's create another set of folders. Perfect. Just follow me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're awesome. All right. We have our back test. It takes two. That was a lot quicker to write. Oh, wait. Review. And you see how this backtest saves the parms, and we're able to get a lot better UX UI. Let's update. It takes two to match this before we run it. I want to make it a lot better because, yo, if we're using the same one, shit's going to be trash, home. All right, perfect. Let me just wait for this to load. And then once it loads, we'll be able to slide. All right, perfect. Print the parms at the startup, verbose logging, detail position entry, calculated the metrics, exit reason breakdown, progress indicator. I love that, man. Now make it better. Let me just copy this so when we're ready, it can run. Did I already copy it? Yes, I did. I love my brain. I love my brain. Let me just put you there. I'll just put you there too. All right. Oh, I should be looking at this, huh? All right. Come on and update it for me, baby. Get me right. Get me right. Get me right. Come on. It shouldn't take this long. Oh, you know what I want to check? Okay. Come on now. So if y'all do have any questions while I'm just waiting on this back test to finish up and load here, please let me know. Here at Creative Coder, we aim to be able to, just bring this to y'all, right? Just to be able to show y'all the secret sauce, my process when it comes to building algo bots. Primarily, we build them off of ETFs, exchange traded funds, right? And maybe, I did build a couple previously for meme coins, but I didn't like the way that was going, right? And I still got to get over the whole idea that you can get robbed in clear, plain daysight. When you talk about meme coins, I like options a lot better. Yeah, you can still lose your ass, but it's regulated, my G. And something that's not as heavily regulated. Yeah, we can make. All right, let me just stop talking. I can run our back test now. Wait, what the fuck? We found nothing. That means our parameters are way too aggressive. All right. That means our parameters are way too strict. Backtest ran and no signals. We are a bit too strict. Let's find out what is the main blocker. That part, no value. There is intrinsic value, like the value that the person gives to him, right? So there's a little bit of value, but that's why like I kind of steered away from meme coins and like really got over to options because again, I love the way it's been going for us. Especially the way we're doing it, we're seeing a lot better returns, right? A lot more consistent returns, and plus I can paper trade. Like I don't got to go from back testing to straight to deployment, even though like I'm confident in my back test and the way that we're doing it now. The data format is different. The yearly compound files are not daily. The load function is looking for the SPY 1 minute, which doesn't. Yes, the fuck it does. The data is combining files, not daily. Let me rewrite to use the looking pattern now. This is tripping right now. technically, yes, there's value and the value of it, but you can, yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, that's still, and I think, and I say that to say that it's relative, right? Like there's value. It's in the eyes of the beholder. I think that's a better way of saying it, right? Because most people, like, they live and die off meme coins. And I know a couple of algo traders that's doing extremely well from this meme coin thing. But again, you do well, but you go, I've, yeah, they made a couple grand, but they also lost a couple grand, right? I'd rather do this with options, not necessarily stocks, because I mean, you get bigger swings with options. With um, stocks you don't get that much bigger swings, but it's a little bit more better protection, right? Because you can just hold on to it, right? Hold on to it, like hold on for dear life until it comes back into position. Whereas options, you just have that particular time frame. All right, come on. I don't know why you're like tripping. Oh, data frame. That's what you did. You did a wrong. So that's why, I mean, I may go back into it later on, but that's like going to be super later on. And I'm going to have a lot of disclaimers when I'm doing it. Because I mean, I see a little bit of value in it, but not as much as I see with options. I mean, I think the next step I may do is like maybe futures. But again, that's a whole different other ball game. All right, here we go. Now let me fix the EOD exit timestamp reference. But Mike, how did you get started? What asset class do you like? No, you don't run it. Nah, not you, but me. Let me drive the boat. You always want to be in control of some shit. I would like to think it would be hard to find patterns and meme coins that you could use. See, that's the thing. Exactly, but like you built it based off of like you're looking for momentum plays, right? You're looking for breakout plays, not necessarily mean reversion. So like there's different breakout and momentum plays that you can create for meme coins that'll be very beneficial to you. But again, how long until, okay, here we go. Let me wait, what the hell is going on? All right, hold on. Hold on, cuz something is going on that I'm not liking. Let me go grab another back test that I know works, because this right here is freaking ridiculous, homie. Your QQQ. I need SPY. Close all. Two-seater. No. Bernie. Are you SPY? No. Who's SPY? I think this is SPY. Hold on. Multiple. SPY. All right, perfect. Give me 1 second, cause this one right here is big tripping. Oh, you know what I could have did? Ah, damn, I messed up. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me just grab the actual back test that I've been using. Copy. Let me delete you. Yes, you can move to the trash. Review the following as reference. Then let's fix the issue at hand here. Thank you. Please don't make me beat you up. Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's kind of bro, shit. I saw you coding an algo bot, and my buddy was making one, so I decided to check it out. Yeah. And this is kind of how my coding vibe is as well, listening to YouTube or whatever. No, facts. I've learned, I'm not gonna lie, when I started doing this whole algo bot thing, I started with meme coins, right? So I started with meme coins, but I was doing it a little bit different. I was doing market making, right? So I would sell to those people that would want to basically buy me. And no, it wasn't really meme coins, it was a Bitcoin. So I wasn't doing meme coins, I was doing cryptocurrency, right? So I was market making BTC and Bitcoin and Solana and Doge. So what I would do is I would buy and sell, and then I would sell it to individuals that was looking to be able to get into cryptocurrency, right? So it did work out, right? But market making, you need a lot more money than what I'm doing right now with these options, right? And I mean, it's a little bit more consistent, but like the burn on that one, bro, it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, yeah, you can make money. I'm not gonna hold you, but it just takes too much, and I didn't like the way it was panning out, so that's why I decided to move over to trading options. What language do you use when you're coding out bots? See, I was trying to use C++ today, but Python is, when I say that's my comfort bag. That's what I always go back to. All right, let's see if we're running this and this is going to work now. I mean, it should. I shouldn't have any problems. We shouldn't have any problems, and we should be Gucci to run said backtest. Okay, the backtest is running. Here we go. All right, backtest is running, y'all. Backtest is running. You use TypeScript? Really? How long you been using TypeScript or React? And that's interesting. Now, because I try to use Java or TypeScript and React, but I haven't found that much, I'm going to say success using it. But Python has been, yeah, no, of course. I mean, that's what I used to be able to create the backtest using pandas. Oh, shit, hold on. Pandas and numpy, but I haven't used TypeScript or Java. It's mainly been Python. I don't know. This strategy is kind of like iffy, though. I want to wait to see the final results. So let me show you this backtest, or all of our backtests, right? Hold on. See, pandas, numpy, it's there. This is a custom backtest that I had to make because I learned that Python, when it comes to backtesting options, you have to make your own backtest. Algo Trade, backtesting.by, vector, BT, backtrader, all of those, right? It's number one, it either doesn't work for options. You have to do too much shit in order for it to work for options. So that's why I would rather create my own rather than use theirs. I don't know, something's going on here. Yeah, I think Python can be faster as C++, especially because of C Python. Now, see, I was trying to do it today with being able to use. They don't have, no, it's not working because I tried it many of times. And I just crashed and failed. That's why I just created my own backtest and I've been using that since. Maybe that's been a problem there. Maybe I want to take some time this weekend or during this holiday break to be able to really figure this out. Yo, this is about to blow up. I don't know. I don't know what this is. This is like, I don't know. I'm kind of torn with this one. It is working, but it's really not. But yeah, no, I've tried to use all the Python libraries known to man, because it's not easy to being able to create your own backtest. But once you do, like, you can really run with it. But I say this to say is that yeah, maybe I'll spend some time with them again to be able to really figure it out. And I really want to learn how to do this with C++ because I think that could be another hack in being able to use C++ in lieu of Python, right? Because I mean, I have no problem using Python. All of my bots are successful using Python, but I think that could just have another edge for us using C++. So yeah, I'm going to try that out. And I was trying it earlier today in the stream. So if anybody does rewatch it and gets to this point, I started off with C++, but shit just didn't work out. That's why I'm just going to go to what I know. I don't know. This strategy is like, I don't know. It's like it's barely keeping it right now. Barely. There's a couple things that I need to tweak here, but I mean, if you can't take that at face value. Yes, they do. They do. I know a couple that use Python as well, or Rust, or R. More so Rust or Python. But yes, a lot of them use C++. So if I can understand how C++ works, because I know Python, that's what I learned of because when I first started coding, I wanted to become an AI software engineer. So that's why I learned Python. It wasn't until a few months ago, it's like, you know what? Nobody told me about this algo trading thing because I thought it was like super more complex than what it is. It's not. It's really easy. It's just a matter of application. You just have to apply yourself. But yeah, if I could do this with C++, bro, it's game over. It really is game over. I just got to take my time and actually learn it. 71 trades, 45% win rate. That's horrible. Profit factor is 9 point. Yeah, this is horrible. I mean, there's just a couple of things I got to tweak with this strat to be able to get this to be a lot better, fam. Review and let's discuss before we proceed. And that's what, and I was working with Rust a lot more when I was doing market making for cryptocurrency. So that's why I know Rust. Yeah, that was, if it wasn't Rust, it wasn't, because Rust is super, 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 but it's super complicated, but it's super fast. And that's what you need when it comes to market making for cryptocurrency. It does. But there's some, I don't know. I haven't seen any like gaps or any like negatives from using Python. So I mean, I've been hearing a lot more people using C++ for Algo, and I was like, oh, that's interesting, right? Because again, I had no qualms using Python. I love using Python. It's super simple, straight to the point. There's no guesswork. It reads like a book. Once you understand what the signals are saying, so that's why I love using it. But yeah, I'm going to go to C++. Who's Julia? I don't mind because I'm still learning. I don't mind checking people out. Only puts fired signals, no call signals. This suggests that the threshold is too high or the market conditions for 2024 is a bearish. I've heard and read some good things about Julia, but I'm not. Oh, you're talking about um hold on. Julia platform. This, bro, this is a whole other game. Data visualization has complex hit 3 plotting. Okay. This is another language. Yep. Got you, got you, got you. Um, let me see something real quick. What is the difference between Julia and Python and C++? All right, while that answers that, give me a sec. Let me just come back here and finish this. Um, no, I have ideas. What are my ideas? It's like Python. Really? Have you learned it? If so, how long did it take you? And what did you learn it on? Hold on, I'm doing, okay, I have extreme ADHD. So I know what Python is: simplicity, data science, beginners. Julia is high performance math and easy syntax. Julia is just like Python and C++. Had a kid, had a kid, simple to code but fast like C++. Designed for scientific computing and math. JIT compiled often, closed in C++ speed. Great for numerical computing, ML research and simulation. That's cool. Allows for high writing performance loops without hacks. Weakness: much smaller ecosystem than Python. Not widely used in production. The package ecosystem is still growing. Slower startup due to. Okay, that's interesting. Fast, easy, medium, data science. Maybe I'll use Julia. Maybe. But again, this is just another language I'll have to learn. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. All right, let me come back here. Wait, what are you doing? You shouldn't be doing anything. No. I have ideas, and my idea is the following. I'm going to increase. Really? All right. Do you know? Let me try something. Let me just open up a new chat real quick. What do you know about the programming language Julia? I'm doing two things at once. Y'all just follow me real quick. Increase the R side to R side to 5, ATR to 4, and mom to 4. Lower the buy and sell threshold to 0.12. I want to make that super aggressive. And keep everything else the same. All right. Julia is a high. Okay, perfect. We already read that. Really? My var for an integer. That's interesting. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to bring it up now and see if I can like run both of these parallel. What I want to do is just make sure I have it in my conda environment first before I run it. All right, review the following. We want to use Julia in our conda environment. What needs to be updated so we can use it? Oh, so is that okay? It reads almost like Python. Almost like Python. There's a little bit of differences, but it reads almost like Python. No, I got it. I got it. I got you. It reads a bit like Python. Goodness gracious, I didn't expect all this, bro. Shit. All right, listen. Just get it done. Don't create all these extra files. Clear Python. Oh shit. Clear Python. All right. I'm going to see if I can. I'm still going to run my Python over here, but I'm going to see if I can create a Julia file and then run it on this side. Oh, beautiful. We have our back test and that's running. All right. I'm running our back test. I've updated a few things and let's see how well we updated the RSI periods and the ATR periods, and we just made it a lot more aggressive. Excuse me, a lot more restrictive. This is wild. All right, maybe I just need to. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. 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 It's at 124 right now, but we're in March. We only made $24, right? Interesting. If I'm just waiting for this Julia part to finish, and then I'm going to make a Julia file. So I'm going to have both. Hmm. I don't know, y'all. Like this one right here. I mean, it's oscillating between. All right. I'm gonna test my. Let me bring another idea out real quick because this right here. Um. Okay. Go to RSI 4. Keep ATR to 3, and keep mom to 3 as well. What else? What else? What else? Let me. Oh, that's what I want to do. Increase the premium max to 0.88 and okay, what else? And keep everything else the same. Keep everything else the same. All right, beautiful. I think this one beautiful. All right. What is the holdup, fam? Is there an issue? I didn't know you needed Tomo file. 4 3 3 12 10. All right, beautiful. Recreating the Tomo file with the correct UUIDs. Yo, this is a bit much. I did not expect. All right. All right. It's an extension of VS Code or Cursor that runs an agent between you and the. You should try Tray. What is how? Okay. Why are you recommending Trey Sevar? Wait, how do you do that again? I think it's over here. You said Trey Trayceer. There it is. Trayvar transform your ideas into clear step-by-step plans that the AI coding tools like Claude Code and Cursor can easily follow. Less time writing prompts and completing your task faster. Oh, really? Detailed step by step. What's the difference between this and using plan? Because I could just use plan or ask. Oh, so it's just like using they have to create a plan and how to build what you want and then generate a test for it and only pass. Oh, so this is an extension that uses test driven development, TTD, test driven development, in order to create a plan and then writes the code for you, if I'm understanding it correctly. Okay. I mean, I'll check this out and see if there has some benefit in using this. If so, I don't mind implementing this, because if I want to create a plan, I'm not going to hold you. I just use this plan and with inside Cursor, and then it does what I need it to do. I just haven't used it lately or asked, so I could just bounce between that. It's a planning and verification agent. I got you. I'll test it out. So that's on my plan. I'll test it out and I'll see how well it does. Thanks. I appreciate that. I appreciate the community growing, man. Oh, shit. You see this? Create tests before and you have to build the code. Oh, okay. That sounds dope. I am not going to hold y'all. This strategy right here, I think it's on his dying legs. I've been here for almost 2 hours, and this strategy is not create a plan, create a test, and only pass when the plan is fully implemented, then have to build it. All right, straight. That's what's up. I'll definitely try that because, Jit, right, this it's kind of frozen. I don't know why. I just actually do one thing. The strategy is performing a little bit better, but not really. My fault. Y'all need to see Apple TV. That's crazy. Apple sometimes has a mind of its own. No, I'll definitely try it out, and I'll see how well it works for what I'm doing here, and see how I can implement it into being able to do it. Yeah, I've been using this for new methods that haven't had so much better. Really? Okay, what model do you use? Do you use Anthropic's 4.5? Do you use Oppius? Do you use OpenAI? Which model do you use? Shit, bro. It took all that to fucking get Julia done? I don't even know if I want to use it now. Julia's installed. We created the package with the data frames arrow, installed it. You don't need Tracer, just develop the plan and then test. I have them all. Oh, fair enough. No, I get you. That's being a little bit more intentional with regards to being able to code. I like to be a little bit more fluid. Right. I don't like, yes, I understand it being okay. Holy shit. The strategy is kind of finally growing. Hold on. Let me shut up. Wait, hold on. Y'all see this? It just crossed $500 when I was talking to you, Max. I didn't even notice when. I'm saying Max. Mike, my fault. Wait. I wasn't paying attention. The strategy just crossed $500. I don't know when this happened. All right. I'm going to go back and look. I use 2 methods with Claude, Gemini, and OpenAI. Okay. Yeah, me too. Like, I'm like, oh, fly. So I really got to stay focused sometimes. Nah, I like to really just go with the flow. Yes, there's some things I really have to plan out. Like when I was creating this RAG agent, for this a school that needed an AI agent, I really needed to plan that out. But when it comes to algo bots, nah, I just go with the flow. Like there's really isn't that complicated. It really just go with the flow. What do you want? How do you want the bot to work? But this is kind of deceiving. Like if I were just to show you this back test and it's like, all right, it made $600. It's like, okay, cool. But look at, remember up here, it was struggling for 100, but now it crossed 600. I don't know. This is kind of deceiving. I'm going to go run this on 2020. Yeah, that was a good paper. 1 million steps, no errors. Oh, really? What did you create? 55% win rate. Best trade 151. Worst trade 74. Damn near double. Profit factor. Okay, that's kind of respectable. That's horrible. All right. I don't know. This is kind of deceiving. If you were just looking at this and not watching the back test, then you'd be like, oh, you know what, this kind of hit, but really did it. Review and let's discuss. What is the data telling us? All right. Beautiful. This is identifies the workflow. Then you can use the models like see, I'm not going to use Llama Index, Gronk, Perplexity. I'm not sold on it yet. I mean, I use Gronk for like low level AI agent projects that I'll use, or Llama Index, right? Or Llama. I don't use them as much. I mean, I mainly am going to use. I agree with you. I'll use Claude Code. I'll use OpenAI. But I'm not going to use Gemini as much. I only use it when I need like a big context window. Basically running the 5 task on smaller models. Okay. And it's more accurate than running them on larger models, more intelligent like Claude. Oh, really? Okay, I'll try it out. But again, I just got burned before using Grok. So that's why I have a very strict rule. Like when it comes to high level, very like technical work, I'm going straight to OpenAI. I mean, you can kind of get away with Perplexity, but Perplexity is fucking too expensive right now. I'm not going to hold you. They need to figure out their game on how to work. I mean, Mistrial works as well, but I don't know. Yeah, I use Tray ID, Wrap and VS Code, Claude Code, Gemini 3. Never use Gemini 2.5. Yeah, I mean Gronk works, but like low level AI shit. Like make a list for me, check off things off the list, like things like that. So I don't use it for high level stuff. It's just like super basic things. Stop loss, most peaked in the wrong direction immediately. Max peak just below the average peak. These are bad entries. The signal fires, but the price went the wrong way. Oh, if that's the case, if that is the case, we have an idea. Let's bet the opposite, right? For calls, let's do puts, and for puts, let's buy calls. Does that make sense? We want to try this idea out. Um, yeah, nah, but I agree. That's a clever idea. The signals are consistently in the wrong initially, so let's just flip it and see how that works. I don't know. I'm just trying some shit out. I don't know. This may be interesting. This may be interesting, y'all. I could just throw those in the trash because I really don't need that right now. This may be interesting on how this works. So what I just did is I kept everything else the same, but I just flipped it, right? So when a bearish signal happens, we're going to buy a put. When a bearish signal happens, we're going to buy a call now. And when a bullish signal happens, we're going to buy a put. So I'm interested to see how this is going to work out. Holy shit. Hold on. Let me shut up. Let me just wait. Let me just wait because I can't believe this. If this little bit. Hmm. Oh, little 50 bone. We may have found something, ladies and gentlemen. We may have found something. Now I could tweak it from here. If it gets past we may have found something. Now I just need to adjust the parms a bit. Come on. The strategy's at 283 right now. It's at 300, 390. And all I did was just flip the signals. It's at 500, 547. Ladies and we may have found something. And this was off of an accident. This is crazy if this works. Strategies just okay. Cross 1,000. It's at that. Okay, we found something. That's my benchmark. If I see a strategy cross $1,000 before June, okay, we got something, ladies and gentlemen. And all I did was just flip the signals based off of what Claude code told us. It was like, oh, you know, it's immediately reversing. So it's like, okay, you know what? Let's just bet the opposite and let's see what happens there. And it's looking like betting the opposite is working out in our favor. We're at $1,400 right now. All of our strategies start at $100. Right now it's at $1,400. This is kind of dope. I'm not gonna hold you. It's at 2,000. Strategy just crossed two. Oh fuck! Hold on. Damn! I just went to go grab something. The strategy just crossed $4,000. All right. This is crazy. I kind of almost always kind of like do the whole switcheroo thing, but I didn't expect it to do this. I would lie and I say if I expected it to do this. I should have did the switch thing with the previous $400. A put play. This is crazy. We have a strategy. We got a strategy. It's at 9,000. The strategy just crossed $10,000 off of a simple idea. That's crazy. I'm kind of taken back right now. I'm not going to hold you. It's at 15K. All I did was just flip the shit, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Algo, whoever. I started with so okay, how can I explain this? So what was happening earlier? All right, hold on. Can I go all the way back? Can I go all the way back? Damn, it's not gonna let me go all the way back. So what was happening is that, and I just did it just based off this, right? So what it was saying is like, okay, we're entering, but we're going in the wrong direction. So I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe if we flip the signals, make the calls puts and make the puts calls, make go bearish, bullish, bullish, bearish, right? Let's see how the strategy performs, right? Because with this one, it was the stop loss was at negative 645, and it was barely. I mean, yeah, it did go above $700, but again, this is like really deceiving because if you're following it, it crossed the $500 mark like in August, September. Whereas this strategy right here, when we just flipped it, all we did was just flip the signals, right? 157 trades, $27,000. It's fucking mad. 0.69 sharp, a lot more respectable. I mean, drawdown got a little higher. Look at the win rate, 75% win rate, 3 out of 4, 157 trades. The best trade was 2,100. Worst trade was 669. Even if you double that, the best trade will still eat it up. Profit. Look at this profit factor. For every $1 we're losing, I'm making almost $10 back. Yo, we found something. We found something. That's crazy. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm kind of taken back right now. The little things you can do, and look what it does to your strategy. Review, and let's double check these figures and strategy to make sure we're good before we run it on 2023. This is kind of dope. I'm not gonna hold you. Yes. My fault. I have another meeting I just remembered I gotta go run to. When Oh damn. My fault, y'all. My fault. I was kind of because you can learn what tokens are being used the most and potentially optimize. No. This is not wait, what are you asking? Let me just make sure we're on the same page. Do you just keep this going, running them in the background, or can you learn what tokens are? I didn't see the previous question. Um, so I mean, it all depends what I'm doing. It really all depends what I'm doing. If I'm back testing and we're making algo bots, then yeah, I'll maybe run like 3, 4, 5 different sessions at the same time. But if I'm doing something that takes my attention, like I really need to be able to focus on it, results look legit. The contrarian. Look, I just flipped the signals. Panic selling equals the price might drop more. Panic buy equals the price might rise more. Compounding 88%. Okay. Let's update so we can run on 2023. Update the back test so we can do it. You can use the data to fine tune the model or your agent. I agree. I mean, but it's all depending on what I'm doing, honestly, because I haven't gotten that. I haven't made a real legit AI agent in quite some. I mean, I'm still working on one right now, but I'm doing it very sparingly. But when I do get back, 2023, if this one runs, I'm just gonna go straight to make our bot. Because this strategy is ready to go. But I agree with you. You can do that. I just been really lazy. I'm not gonna lie. But I am going to get a lot better with being able to track our data and being able to let the data talk to us when it comes to making these bots. So I'm not gonna lie. That is a great recommendation, though. I'm not gonna hold you. Yo, I think we found something that's sustainable. If this is robust across 2 years, I'm making the bot. Are you using an AI model inside? No, never. An AI model inside the bot just slows it down. No, that slows it down. You don't need an AI. I mean, it depends. Like, what do you mean by AI? Or do you mean an LLM chat model? Am I using Claude or OpenAI or Gronk inside the bot? If that's your question, then no, because that'll slow it down. Because think about it. The signal comes in, it needs to go to the AI. The AI makes the decision, and then it needs to go back to the bot, right? That's 3 levels, right? So I'm going to miss the signal. So I don't use AI inside the bots. I use AI when I need to fine tune, when I need to go over the reports, when I need to go over the performances, shit like that. But inside the bots, no. I mean, yes, you can, but I'm not going to do that. Like you said, keyword on the side. I'm not going to run it while in parallel. That's crazy. It cost $1,000 already. Yeah, we got a robust strategy. So let me get ready to make this bot because I'm ready to go. But yeah, I do agree with you. I can run it on the side with being able to analyze the metrics, but using it inside the bot itself, no. Because that is just you're setting yourself up for failure. I'm not gonna lie, because you're slowing yourself down. What I'm going to do, I need to open up a new terminal. I need to go get. I'm going to use Sonnet 4.5 to create our bot. Wait, I mean, it depends how many tokens you run through it. You made 1,000. Yes. Yes. You saw that? It's at 1,700 right now. 1,792. The previous one went to 27,000. You didn't see that? Oh, shit. I wish I could show you. Hold on. Look. Look right here. The current test is at 2,600. We started at $100. So 2,800 right now, right? But the previous one that I ran on 2024, let me see if I can get to the end. Hold on. Is it going to tell me? Hold on. No, it's not telling me. Oh, this is because I'm running it right now. Shit. Damn. Oh, look. I could do it right here. Look, 27,000. 157 trades. 27,000. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was kind of tripping a bit. I was like, yo, all I did was just flip the strategy. All I did was just flip it from going from calls to puts and puts to calls, and like boom, it just took off. This strategy right now is at 7,000 and it's in October. 6,000. Right. So we have a robust strategy that is ready for paper trading. So I'm interested. Yes, extreme profit, my friend. Extreme profit. And it's kind of crazy because I was almost about to throw in the white flag with this strategy. And because, again, I'm not going to lie to y'all. If a strategy doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm not going to do anything mysterious, be like, oh, make this work for right now, but it doesn't work. No, if it doesn't work, I'm going to tell you it doesn't work and move on. The strategy is going back and forth between 10,000 and 9,700. But when it does work, yeah, I'm going to let you know we got something on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. So the win rate is a little bit less because the win rate before was 75%. This one is 69. The total trades, 149 trades, 11,000. Max drawdown is 27%. That's not that bad. Best trade 1,200. Worst trade 500. Even if you double it, the best trade is still there. The profit factor of 4.25. I'm loving it. For every dollar that we're losing, we're making $4 back. Yes, I come up with the strategy first and then I build the bot. No, I don't build the bot. So that's how I do with all of my strats is we come up with the strategy, and you saw how I came up with the strategy. I just took it from TradingView. And then once it back tests, and then it has to pass. My passing rate, it has to be above a 75% or 70%. If it's above a 70% and the metrics are looking good, which these metrics are looking good, then it's ready for paper testing, right? And I paper test. I was using IBKR, but IBKR is completely trash. You got to let me try this once ready. See, that's the thing. I mean, if you follow me, I'm going to do this. I do this all the time. So if you really just want to follow me step by step on how I create this bot and how I create a strategy, then you can see how I do it step by step. Like, I'm not hiding anything. I show you all of my steps so you can see, and you can create a strategy, just this strategy, and follow along with me, or just go rewatch this video. Go rewatch this video. I think maybe let me see. I think maybe the hour mark, the hour and I don't know, somewhere in the hour after hour. Because the first hour I was bullshitting with somebody, I was bullshitting with the other strategy, but we found this one from TradingView. So just go rewatch it. You'll see what I did to be able to do it. I don't know enough about. Hold on. Okay, cool, man. I don't know enough about trading, but you can make an app with this. Yes, I can, but I'd rather just keep making videos like this, right? So I can just bring you all along in my process. What do you know about trade? I mean, hold on. You talking all this code with me you don't know about trading? What do you know about trading? You telling me all this, oh, you should use this, you should use that. You don't gotta lie, Mike. You don't gotta lie. If you know coding, you know it. That's okay. Because you know too much, you know too much coding, but I guess there's really no correlation, right? You can know one without the other. I assume you did. But where are you at right now when it comes to your trading journey? I'm on AWS. Okay. I hear you. I'm just not a big fan of AWS. I mean, I use it all the time, but I'm trying to get away from it. I'm just not too big of a fan of AWS. All right. If you wanted to start trading, where would you start, or what do you want to learn? Review and let's discuss. Like, do I have to go as basic of like, okay, what is a stock? What is an option? Or watching. But it's a process, man. It's a marathon, not a sprint with this. I'm not going to hold you, man. Like, there's a lot of things that I wish I learned. But like you learn by doing, you know? All you need is yeah, but I'm not there yet. I'm really not there yet. It's a startup accelerator. I mean, I agree. Um I'm not there yet when I need a website. I think I want to keep growing this channel because I stream here and on Twitch. And then once I get it to respectable numbers, but again, I don't want to be one of those people that says, "Oh, go to my website, sign up for this, sign up for that." No, I just want to bring everything for free because I'm still profiting. I'm still making money. I'm all right. I know just basic about it. Not in depth. I agree. Okay. I mean, I'll check it out. Um, I'll check it out. So you give me a lot tonight, Mac. I'm not going to hold you. You've been coming through. All right, I need to create a bot. Hold on. Let me just okay. What is this strategy called? It takes take two. Take two. Let me just call it take two. Hold on. Give me a second. Nope. Shit. Whatever. This is like the most bare bone way I'm going to create a bot. I'm not going to lie. So y'all going to see something great right now. Um, bro, my website is I got a 1K to build it on. Oh, really? I stop. How did you do that? Um, hold on. Oh shit. I didn't need this one. I needed the other one. I needed the other one. Fuck. You still not. Twin baby. Okay. Is this it? This is it, right? You made this bot with Trader. Yep. All right, perfect. All right, perfect. Now we need to create a new bot based off the following backtest. Review it and let's discuss. Bot will be using Trader like the others. What am I doing? Okay, I'm coming here. Ah, crapola. Now everybody wants to. Damn it. Ah, man, I may need to. All right, no worries. Uh, all right, bet. I bought myself like 10 more minutes, so I got to finish this in 10 minutes. I'm telling you, AWS Activate. You don't need a business. You just need a mock-up website. It's called AWS Cloud Intuit. They teach you about AWS and tell you all this stuff for starting your own site or whatever. All right, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. I'm not opposed to it. Excellent. The back test. Let me analyze the It Takes Two strategy indicator, momentum of ATR and RSI, catch the panic reversals when volatility is spiking. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right. Do you have the back test result? Yes, I do, bro. You want to be nosy? Here, let me show you. Ah, shit. Yes, I do. Here. What am I doing? Ah, damn. copy. Shit, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Paste. All right, use grep and awk to review the following. And then I need to get the backtest results here. Nope. Then let's discuss creating the bot once you have better context. It's up to you. I'm not. No. I understand. The way I use AWS, I just use it for storage because nobody's going to be Amazon for storage. Nobody, right? So I just store a lot of shit on AWS, and I also use it for machine learning because their SageMaker, it definitely outpeats the Colab from Google. So when it comes to being able to machine learn, AWS has that in the bag. For storage, AWS has that in the bag, right? So I use it for those two things. But I haven't will do. Okay. But I haven't learned that much about it, like the AWS Activate. So I'll definitely check that out. All right. Like in another 10 minutes, you all depends. Oh, are you saying in Activate is free? Because SageMaker I have to pay for, because that's computing power. Like that's a GPU that you have to pay for. You get 8 hours. Oh, really? Oh, that is interesting. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that 4 hours of GPU time, that makes a lot. You could do a lot with that. And this is all from the AWS Activate? How long is this for? Yeah, you get to apply SageMaker Studio Labs, then you can use it there for free. Is it free forever or free for like a year, 2 years, the first 2 or 3 years? Then it just give you better cost. Yeah, no, I would use as much of that SageMaker as possible. Yeah, like as much as possible, just like over index on that, because you could build some really cool things. Oh, like this other thing I was building was this AI predictor to help for anybody that I was going to use it for fantasy football, but I understand people that do parlay betting, right? So it's a TD predictor. So it can look, I trained an AI agent to be a machine learning model to be able to predict when somebody was going to score a touchdown. And I did that a few months ago. And it was kind of cool. And I used SageMaker to do that. It's a special program for people like you. Okay, no, I'd definitely try that out. For like us, is this not me like us experimenting? Because I'm experimenting like crazy. Strategy weakness, call, barely profit. Okay, get the fuck out of here. Dominant. Okay, both years. All right, perfect. All right. Before we proceed, and what I'm this part right here. All right, beautiful. This part right here, when it comes to making the bot, this is complete. Oh shit, my fault. You're looking at another page. Y'all could tell me you're looking at another page. I'm sorry. Let me get you back to where I need you to look at. All right, this part, what I'm doing right here, is completely optional. I'm just making it so it could be a little bit more cool, right? But it's completely optional. You do not need to do what I'm doing. You can just go straight to making the bot. So all right, before we proceed, each of our wait, is it frozen? Oh, I was about to say. Each of our bots have its own unique personality and emojis, etc. We need one for take two. Give me a great idea for this so we can proceed with creating the bot. I got to think of an idea too because it may think of something kind of lame. If y'all having any ideas on what we should name this bot, what kind of characteristic this bot should take, let me know, and then maybe I'll use that too. All right, come on, come on. That's crazy. I didn't think you were gonna take a fucking 1,000 tokens. Nah, but I really appreciate the game. You lacing me up right now, Mike, man. I really appreciate you. Option 2, it takes 6. The reversal twins, the momentum twins, the panic twins, duo dynamic duo, tango trader. That's so lame. All of these are so lame. Momentum twins. All right, I just want to get this done. So the reversal twins, it takes 2. All right, these are lame. I'm not gonna hold you. These are lame. All right, let me think of one. Let me think of one that's better. Okay, what's better? This is um what about Mama I Did It? Nah, hold on. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Hmm. I'm just gonna call it Jumpman. I'm just gonna call this Jumpman. Um Jumpman. Nope. Nope. These are not good at all. Let's use which show do I like? I already use Suits. I already use Game of Thrones. Um, I'm just gonna use the Harry Potter theme right now, bruh. Let's use a Harry Potter theme for this. Advise how it will look before we proceed with trading. Coding. All right, let me check out this Harry Potter theme. If this Harry Potter theme rips, then I'm just gonna use that because everything else was kind of. It was not kind of. It was lame. All right, damn. I didn't think it was gonna take that many tokens. Come on, man. The people are waiting. Don't keep the people waiting. All right, beautiful. The twin wands, the Harry Potter theme, 2 wands, ATR, and RSI casting spells together, the magical reversal. The twin wands or the Prairie Incantium bot. No, 2 wands, 1 spell. Expecto Prophetess. Y'all so lame. All right, man. I gotta get this done. So um that's fine. Infinite Incantatum. All right. Nox. All right, I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this. All right, I'm good with this. Yep. All right, we're good with this. Let's proceed to create the bot using Trader. After each step, make sure to test using QA terminal commands to ensure no oversight. All right, so we have our bot. Beautiful. I'll create the twin wands bot. No. Oh man, that's gonna be so lame. Twin wands. Okay. Call it man. I usually have really dope names, man. Call it twin mirrors. No. No, call it guess who bot. No, that's lame. The twin wand shit, I'm just not like sold on, bro. Whatever. All right, proceed. Call the bot. Oh shit. Why can't I think of anything? Why can't I think of anything? Let me see. I don't know. This shit is like, all right, all right, proceed. I'm not going to make this even harder. Let me just keep the name where it is. I don't care. I don't care. Let me just keep it the way it is because that's not important. The important thing is making sure that the bot can actually make money for us, right? Not necessarily the fucking name. Okay, but are you talking about is the specs trader aid also have it make the trader aid? I've never heard of trader aid. Trader aid. And you say you're not a trader, huh? Trader aid. This built to deliver 10 times more clarity and the market analysis is 10 times and 90% less than time. What is trader aid? Most traders struggles to identify the trend direction of asset. Trader aid decodes price data, momentum, and volatility to provide clear insight and potential trends. This helps you make confident decisions and stay ahead of the market. Yeah, tell me about. Yeah, boy, I ain't want to say nothing. Let me see. But is this worth it though? So this is like a bot itself, right? I'm assuming this is a bot. I don't know what CFA. I don't know what CHF means. Oh, this is Switzerland. Oh, so that's probably their currency. Yeah, I was coming up with it and I was thinking about trade aid. Ah, fair enough. Wait, this is you? You created this? Hold on, let me go look at this bot. All right, twin wands. Wait, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, you're creating it there. All right, whatever. Um, let me do change log. And let me also create the trading journal.md. All right, beautiful. I was coming up with one and I was thinking trade aid. I don't either know. Oh, trade aid. I got you. I didn't realize it was already a company. Got you. That makes sense. That makes sense. Trade aid is I like to think of like different names, you know? Like something that's not like Star Baby or Bel Air. It's whatever I'm feeling at the moment. To be able to create it, right? So yes, that's why I like to create my own bots instead of going to somebody and having them create a bot because I don't know what's in their bot. I don't know what they're doing. So that's why I would rather create my own bot, right? Because I know what's in the bot. I know what the bot is doing. I know how to update the bot. If I want to maintain the bot, like I know where it came from. That's why I would always be leery of anybody who's offering just to give you a bot, right? Like number one, are they giving you malice code? Are they trying to just hack into your shit, right? Number two, is a bot just going to lose you money, right? Then you're going to be mad. Oh, hold on, let me shut up. Oh, look at this. Our bot is done, ladies and gentlemen. Let me add the RSI ATR calculation. Continue building this bot. This is getting long. Yes, bitch. Continue. Yes, continue. Don't finish. Um, don't wait. Just finish it. And based on your specs of the bot, this will only pass it if it's 100% implemented to your specs. Yeah, I can't trust the bots with my money unless I see them as well. That part, so that's why anybody out there that like go buy bots on Fiverr, Upwork, or just somebody giving you a bot, I will be very cautious of anybody just giving you a bot, right? I'm like, wait, what? Like, I'll show you how to make one. I don't mind showing you how to make a bot because I think that's the easiest part. Like, making a bot is super easy. It's the strategy that's the hard part, right? Once you have a strategy, and it's like, oh, okay, making the bot is like easy as fuck. So I can show you. Like, I'm making a bot. I just ran through making this bot. So as you can see, it only took me like 5 minutes, 10 minutes maximum, because I'm bullshitting a little bit. But if I would just focus on it, this would have been done. But I mean, that's what's up, man. Like, I'm super glad that y'all like came and like y'all saw this entire process from us being able to have an idea, pick the idea, back test that idea, go through a little heartache with the idea, and all we had to do was fucking flip it, man. I'm still taken back by that. All I had to do was flip the strategy, and it started working. But yeah, no, this bot is ready to go. I'm going to paper trade it. I don't know if the market is open on Friday. Let me see. Is the market open on Black Friday? Yes, the stock market is open on Black. Okay, bet. But it closes at 1 p.m. All right, so I want to run it on Black Friday. So I don't know if I want to have a Black Friday deal. So I want to run this bot on Black Friday. Tomorrow, I'll maybe do something cool and different with y'all. Okay, the bot is ready to run. Now we have a bot that's ready to run. Having it create the test first, having AI, because it will design them per your specs, and they will be streaked, meaning that it has to code it for you and would not fail based on this. No, I agree. Again, I'm just very particular on things like that, so I would just have to like really review it, and to see what it does. But nah, I don't mind looking at it because I think there may be a bit of benefit. So let me run the bot. Just make sure it's ready to go. Y'all. Oh shit. Hold on. Damn it. Review and let's fix this issue here. Right now, it's coding the bot for you without testing. So I kind of already okay. Now I see what you're saying. So this is not my first bot, right? So I kind of already have the prompts and the way that we create the bots in place. So what I'll do is I'll give it an example of a bot, right? So for an example, let me show you one that's using Trader. I think this one. So I'll say, okay, here's an example of a bot, right? And then what we also have is this bot architect and how to completely create a bot. So this is something that I made in addition to being able to show it examples. So I understand what you're saying is with respect to being able to make a plan. This is kind of the plan that I made for creating any kind of bot. So this is what it'll use, right? Then I show it examples, and then I have a very specific prompt that I use when it comes to creating a bot. So in essence, it is like what you're doing right here with regards to being able to make the plan, but it still could hallucinate, right? That's what hallucinate. Yes, of course. I mean, that's why I had to keep a close eye on it as to what it's doing. So, I mean, yes, there is a way for us to being able to do this via. So what you're doing, what you're basically explaining right now is test-driven development, TTD, right? Yes, I could do it via test-driven development, but I'm kind of short on time. So that's why I was like, all right, I'm just going to do it this way because I know it works. This is not my first time creating a bot, and I know kind of what to look for, right? Oh, man. Yes. Even with the docs and the spec prompts. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Being able to do the test driven development, I completely agree. But again, I'm just kind of short on time. So that's why I did it this way. Beautiful. So I didn't think it was going to take me 3 hours to do this. I thought this was going to be like a 90-minute video. Bet we got our bot, man. I mean to scream in your ear. You're coding it. That's what keeps it. But AI vibe coding is different. You coding it is one thing. Oh, facts. This is really vibe coding, but a little bit of coding as well because I know what I'm looking for. Most vibe coders are just hitting enter and just accepting, right? But I know what I'm looking for here, right? I know Python. I know what works, what doesn't work, right? So yes, it is a little bit of vibe coding, but vibe coding with a little asterisk, right? Our bot is working, ladies and gentlemen. We have our bot and it's ready to go for tomorrow. Like excuse me, Friday. So I'm super geeked. Let me stop. Beautiful. Let me make sure it's gonna stop. Perfect. Our bot is ready, man. I'm geeked. All right, let's update with what we did today. And also, okay, let me just do that. All right, listen, y'all. I appreciate y'all stopping by. I appreciate y'all. Okay, beautiful. It closed without error. I appreciate y'all stopping by. I appreciate y'all being able to see us go from a back test to a bot. So this was really dope. We went from a back test, being able to kind of pull our hair out with this basically back test, right? And trying to figure out what's working, how it's working. And we actually have the bot that's ready to go. Our twin wands bot, right? So listen, this is going to be our great stopping point. Mike, I really do appreciate everything that you've given me today. I'm really going to take that and being able to use it for maybe future videos and being able to see if I can get into this AWS Activate and a few other things that you told me, right? Patori, is that the name of it? No, the name of it is Twin Wands. Patori encampment strategy. That's just some bullshit that it created, trying to be creative. But the name of this bot is Twin Wands strategy because it's trading both puts and calls, right? And it's doing the reversals. No, but it's Twin Wands. That Patori encampment strategy. That would have been like a hell of a name. But no, it's Twin Wands. But listen, I'll be back. If not tomorrow, then later on this week. Y'all make sure y'all have a fantastic Thanksgiving. I really hope that y'all get to enjoy y'all families and things like that. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. I really do appreciate the love. It means a lot. It's your boy Creative.